It's a great day here in Mac's World. I want to introduce you to two people that are very, very important to you and I and every unborn child out there. Rebecca Maxwell, who is part of Personhood, Iowa, along with Tim Overland, who's the president of Personhood, Iowa. And coming up this Saturday, the 19th of July, they've got a big event. It's something I would encourage you to pray about, to see if it's something you want to be about. Tim, tell us all about this event and why it's important for pro-life people to show up.
Well, it's, as we were talking before, it's a paradigm shift. We want to take back the language. This is going to be, we can talk about the lineup here. This is going to be a list of, this is some heavy hitters.
Yeah, this is who's who.
Well, this is some national speakers, some local regional speakers. It's very affordable. It's only $15 for the whole day. Some of these speakers you can go see for $25 for about an hour. So this is going to be a solid lineup. We're going to talk about how the definition of personhood, why that's the way that we'll win this argument ultimately.
And Rebecca Maxwell, you're going to be there. You're one of the communications people. You've got a tremendous lineup of people who are talking about this Saturday.
Well, thanks. We're pretty excited about it. we do have national speakers coming in. For example, Rebecca Kiesling of Save the One. She is a proud pro-life speaker, one of the dynamite ladies that you'll ever meet. And she was conceived in a rape.
Yeah.
And so her personal testimony is something that it clears up, I think, a lot of uncertainty about how we deal with the issue of being pro-life in a pro-death world, because all she has to do is tell her story, and she helps us confront this notion that there are no such things as exceptions. Mm-hmm. We're all valuable and created in the image of God, and that's why personhood is a little bit different. For years, longer than I've been alive, people have been doing great work and making strides when it comes to saving some children's lives or regulating certain forms of killing. But what we need to do as an entire movement in order to win the battle entire is to beg the question, when is a person a person?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where personhood comes from. When is a human entitled to human rights? It's kind of like the question that Rick Warren asked Barack Obama back on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
When is a baby entitled to protection? When do they have human rights? And he said that's above his pay grade. Well, I think actually God gives us the answer.
Yeah, right.
And that it is one of government's few roles in this world to actually protect our God-given rights from intrusion, and one of those is the right to life. The question is, when does that right come about? When can government start protecting us? If we're human from our very beginning, just as we are now, and just as we will be until our very end, it makes sense that we develop human rights from exactly that point, from the beginning to the end.
Steve Dace is also going to be there, along with Pastor Keith Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe is just a dynamite guy, former head of the NAACP. Pastor Kerry Gordon from Sioux City. And he's a dynamite speaker. It's going to be a whole day. It's this Saturday, 19th. Grace West, which is on Ashworth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
$15 for the whole day. You get about an hour and a half break in the middle. And just encourage people to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the main message that we want to do here is, Rebecca touched on politics briefly. We really think it's time for the church to get back off the sidelines. So we're asking you, bring your pastors, bring church leaders. We would love to see some of the upcoming politicians come from those arenas, because we have to have that good solid foundation from the church.
Amen.
It's the right and the fight for personhood here in Iowa. I hope you can be a part of it. Thank you very much, Rebecca and Tim, for being here today. The guy who wants to be your congressman, who will fight for personhood, David Young, is coming up.